Hey guys, so some big changes coming along. First change is I'm actually using a 3-axis gimbal. Thanks to Wei Ming, I hope I'm saying your name right, but I really appreciate you recommending and helping me get this 3-axis gimbal. And I got this strap for my my tripod so I can hold this gimbal a little bit better. I've been having a lot of failed attempts recently. I mean a tremendous amount. And because of it, I haven't really made too many more videos. So I do apologize for that. It's because every time I go out and shoot, it just hasn't been good. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about was, what is the big deal with UV filters? I mean, seriously, there's a lot of debate about whether or not it should be used or it shouldn't be used. Yada yada yada, this, that, and the other thing. Who cares? If you need to use UV filters, use them. I feel like I have the need to use UV filters because I shoot in conditions like this where there's salt sprays everywhere. The bottom line is the UV filters will definitely decrease quality in your image. Is it quality that you'll notice? No, but technically it does decrease it. And I guess it really depends on what lens and what filter you use. If you use a high quality filter, it's not gonna affect the image as much, but if you use a low quality filter, then it will definitely affect the image quite a bit. Alright, so I'm licking my lips right now, and let me tell you something. It is very salty, if that makes any sense at all. And because of that, there's a lot of salt sprays that's going to go on my lens, and it's probably on this lens too. And then you spend $2,000 on a lens, you know, why wouldn't you want to protect it? See, that's what I want over there. Can you guys see that? You guys can't see that. You work hard, you save all your money, and then the next thing you know, you got issues because you got salt water on the front element of your lens. So UV filters, would I use them? Do I use them? No. What I do use, however, is a clear filter. Now, the difference between UV filter and the clear filter, I believe, is just the coating. So just keep in mind that is something that you have to watch out for every single time. Even though I'm in a safe area, you still can't take the chance. So you just want to keep your eye out there, because if you see this huge wave come in, especially when you check the tide and the tide says, hey, it's high tide right now, and the tide is going up, that means the waves are going to come in with force. And if it's already coming in this strong, you're going to have a problem. All right, so back to UV filters. Use them if you're in an area like this. Use them if there's a lot of sand or dirt. This lens here is a $500 lens. It's cheap. I got a clear filter on it, and it's from B+W. But does it affect my images? Maybe. I don't care though, because I know my front end on my lens, when it gets wet, and it always does get wet, I'll be able to just use my shirt and wipe it. If it was the front element of my lens of a $500 lens, even though it's relatively cheap versus my $2,000 lens, I still worked hard to get the lens. So do I really want to risk it? I mean, I want to protect my front element, not from rocks flying in the air or arrows that might shoot it. I mean, I know there's YouTube videos out there that they drop weights on it to see if it's as strong as the front element, and it's not gonna be. Obviously, they're thin, right? But that's not what you're using the clear filter for, or the UV filter. You're using it to protect it from the elements that are in the air, like salt water, dirt, sand, things like if you're in the middle of a shoot and you can't afford to, you know, sit down and properly clean your lens with a lens cleaner and all that stuff, you know, you can just wipe it with your shirt and go on shooting. When you're shooting at like times like this where the time is very delicate, you're shooting during the golden hour, you don't have very much time to shoot, then obviously there's no question that you're going to need to be able to clean your lens quickly. And you do that with a UV filter. And if you're rich and you got a lot of money, you can just keep buying Zeiss lenses and whatever, then great. You don't need a UV filter, but I do. Bottom line is, use a filter. It protects your lens from the elements in the air. Use a hood like this if you want to protect the lens in case you go boop like that against, you know, the rock or something. Because in all honesty, you don't need a filter if you're in a controlled environment where there's nothing in the air that can hurt you. Oh my goodness, I love this right here. You see, a lot of times it's good to come to a different spot. Look at this. All right, guys, this is awesome. I love it. Right now, there's no real reason for me to move because I'm zoomed in. I'm not zoomed in so I can get a bigger shot. I'm zoomed in because I like right here. This part right here is what I like, where you have these nice wiggly leading lines going straight out to where I want you to look. The sky, you know, it's colorful, but it's not the greatest of it all, but it's enough. It would have been really nice if there was clouds right above us, because then it would reflect in the water over here and that would have been awesome. But right now we don't have that. The thing about the waves, when you want to catch the waves as it's coming up, not when it's going down. What I want the focus to be on is the water, because I think the water is just cool and awesome. And right now, to be honest, if it's rare that the water will go over these rocks and this is what you want to shoot, then it's obvious that you need to make that exception and not do a multi-panel stitch. If it was always coming over this rock, then it's not a problem. And I'm losing color. I'm already losing color in the sky, so that moment when that wave comes over the rock, I take the shot and I'm pretty much done. You know, I don't even know if I'm gonna get that shot.